When you go into a French boulangerie or bakery, you probably want to try all of the pastries that are in there. They all look so delicious, and some stand out more than others and are must-try desserts when you're in Paris. So in this video, we'll show you 10 of our favorite pastries from different pastry shops, and we'll try the famous Saint Honoré, a black sesame passion fruit dessert that was amazing. So allez, on y va. Today we're going to La Carette, and there's one right here at Place des Vosges, and we're going to try today some pastries. But this place is a Parisian institution, so let's go see.
Oh
I think so this is called the Mont Blanc, and that is a chestnut. And typically this is with a chestnut kind of a cream, with some kind of a whipped cream or something, and I'm just gonna try it. Oh yeah, that's like a candied chestnut. I'm gonna try that first. Maybe I'm crazy, but chestnuts roasting on an open fire or just candied like that. Candied chestnuts is a thing in France. That's a really sweet, with kind of an earthy tone from the chestnut. Let's see what's inside the rest of this. Oh yeah, look. Check that out. That looks just yummy. I've never tried one of these before. I've seen them, they're always pretty. Whoops, there's a hard cookie there. This is definitely not one of those light, fluffy French desserts. This one is rich and thick. It's like a chestnut paste, almost like an almond paste. It's pretty heavy. I don't know, I feel like mascarpone or something, but that is a heavy pastry. Really rich and really yummy. I'm gonna have another bite, but I'm gonna need some coffee to wash it down. And when you have a café crème, they don't usually do this, but she brought me a pot of coffee and a little pitcher of frothy milk. I don't know if you can see that. And this is what you do. Except, look. Ah yeah, now we're talking. With my frothy, it's whipped up crema, and I like it almost like coffee candy. And on a nice chilly day, a cafe crema like that in a sidewalk cafe, just right.
That's good.
That's the stuff. The little crunchy cookie on the bottom is just the right edge to the texture. It's a nice way to end a meal or have an afternoon snack.
So I got the Délice Framboises, which it looks like a macaron with some raspberries, and it looks absolutely delightful. I like this kinds of desserts because they're light. There's a little something here. I don't know what this twig is. Oh, it's vanilla. So I'm gonna go and cut this bad boy. All right, so I'm just gonna, oh Lord, I think I'm gonna make a mess of this thing, but. I'm going with my fingers. I know it's not very French of me, but it's amazingly fantastic. And I'm trying to figure out if it's a macaron, but I think so. It's kind of like the texture of a cookie macaron. So if a cookie and a macaron, they have a baby, that's what it is. I'm gonna ask them if it's a macaron. I think so, but there's a little crème pâtissière. Look on the inside. You have the raspberry, you have the cookie, and it's just amazing. It's kind of like hard and yet soft at the same time. I love raspberry. Oh, look at that. I'm sorry, I'm making a mess. Not very French, but hey. This is an expensive pastry, but I mean, come on. I'm in Place des Vosges, under the arches. Probably have the prices for the setting, but this is really great. Great thing to come in the afternoon. Get yourself a drink, a coffee, a cappuccino, café crème, and a pastry. So for the next set of pastries, we're gonna go to Bon Marché, which is right back there. Super easy to access with the metro station. And this is one of our favorite places in Paris because the pastries in there are absolutely amazing. So we're gonna try 3 or 4 of them and we're gonna see if they stack up with the rest of Paris. Allez, on y va.
There's so many levels here and so many yummy things and pretty things and even a gorgeous atrium with a lunch restaurant. It's nice. Now let's go get some pastries. Look at those flavors. Oh, wow. So this is a Saint Honoré pastry. It has puff pastries. It's got this chabout cream, something like that, which is kind of like a flavored whipped cream with pastry cream inside. If it's anything like the ones I've had before, it's absolutely amazing. Let's take a bite. Scoop this thing off the top. That's what I'm gonna do. You have the crispness of the caramelized sugar on the choux pastry, which is kind of like think about like an eclair, but it's like a soft puff. And then the cream in there with a vanilla kind of flavor. Oh my God, delicious. I'm not sharing this one, by the way.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not sharing. That'll give you an idea of how yummy it is in there. Let me take a little bit of that, some of this just to go on top. Again, you have all of the flavors coming together, all of the textures. I didn't know there was going to be a custard in the bottom. That's amazing, because a custard is a different texture than the whipped cream, and then the fluffiness of the choux and crunchiness of the caramelized sugar. I'm just happy. You gotta take a bite.
This is not finger food, but I'm going with my fingers. I want to put a little bit of cream. Wow, this pastry is out of this world amazing. I'm going to stop right here because we have 3 more to try today.
And when you're here, if you grab one of these pastries, you can sit here, have a cup of coffee with it, and relax and enjoy how beautiful it is.
The next one we took is a rhubarbe little pie. And I haven't had rhubarbe in a long time, so I can't wait to try this one. Oh, this is great. Underneath you have a shortbread hard cookie with the rhubarbe cream on top. This is not super heavy as a pastry, and it's really delightful.
That's fluffy, yummy, good. Such a springtime thing, you know, it's the rhubarbe season coming up, and that's awesome.
All right, the next one we got is this apple pie, which is perfect for the spring and summer, and they did the apples and a little rose, which is really beautiful. Oh yeah, this is really good. You got the sweetness of the apple, the crumble of the pie. It's just, again, super light, very strong apple flavor with a little powdered sugar on top. Wow. And it's a very light dessert. Like if you don't want like the Saint Honoré, a lot of cream and something that's going to be heavy and everything, little apple pie like that is just really great. It makes a great picture too because it's beautiful. Colleen, you got to try it.
Again, this is a very, very light dessert. Check out the meringue on this thing. This is a tarte citron, or a lemon tart with meringue on top, but look how beautiful that is. And there's no doubt in my mind it tastes as good as it looks. Let's cut into it. It's not a crispy meringue. It's one of the spongier kind of meringues. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I know everybody laughs when I say the tarte citron is like a key lime pie French style, but that's like a key lime pie French style with meringue on top. And it is so yummy and really tart. It's sweet, it's rich, it's filling. You gotta try a bite.
It's probably the richest of the 4 desserts we ate here today, but it's not overpowering. And it's funny because I don't have it as tart as a key lime pie. It's actually a lot more subtle. It's more lemony than limony. You come here, you have a cappuccino or a cafe creme or an espresso, and it makes an amazing dessert. This is great. I love that. I would have that again. Out of the 4 desserts that we had here in Bon Marché, the Saint Honoré was my favorite, but the tarte au citron is probably the thing that I would have next. And I'm happy that that's the flavor I'm going to be left with when we leave here, because that's the right one. Today we're going to go to Carton, which is right there. It's one of the best pastries in Paris and our favorite because we go in and out of Gare du Nord all the time, which is the station you're going to go to London, Amsterdam, all the northern part of France and Europe. And today we're going to try a few pastries that they have in there, and I can't wait to sink my teeth in it. Let's go.
So check this out. Like you can see in here, we have fresh strawberries. I don't know what that white cream stuff is, but the green part is pistachio. And a little bit of a gelled something on top with the fresh strawberry and this cute little flower. But let's cut into it and find out. It feels when I cut it like it's a little bit sponge cakey. That is like a pistachio strawberry shortcake. Never had a pistachio strawberry shortcake before, but I'm gonna take another bite because it's pretty darn good. Doesn't that look delicious? I like it. And it's really light. You know, it's like, you think about the strawberries and it's springtime and stuff, but this is very light, like springtime.
That is so fresh. This is the perfect dessert for springtime, summertime. It's fresh, strawberries, it's cream. Oh, the strawberry explodes in your mouth. So much flavor. I think in the US it's called a strawberry shortcake, but this is way better. What do you say, half and half for the last piece, darling? Oh, that's good. So the pistachio square here is very interesting. I love the texture and it's by far my favorite dessert. But what's surprising is at the bottom there's a little bit of a crumbly cake, but then there is orange slices with the pistachio and it's absolutely heavenly. I just think that this pastry alone, if you can find it in Paris in another boulangerie, is worth the trip to come all the way here just to try it.
The millefeuille literally means 1,000 leaves. So you can see like right here, we have all of these little stripes of pastry and you can see the cream. It's like a pastry cream with the puff on top. You got this pecan and this is amazing and I can't wait to take a bite. Oh my God, this is amazing. This is one of my favorites and it's one of my favorite places to get that. I love millefeuille.
That's a big bite, but when we got in the boulangerie, we were looking for a unique pastries that would be great for the spring, summertime. And we were looking for things that were unique and different that we haven't done. And I saw this little sesame pastry and I was intrigued by it. I'm like, we have to try this. And boy, we were not disappointed. So at the bottom layer, you have a little crumbly. It's all soft inside and there is some kind of a coating that I think is passion fruit. So you have the mix of the tangy passion fruit with the cream, sesame cream, and it's very strong flavor sesame cream and the cookie on the bottom. Wow, this is a unique, I've never seen this pastry before, and it's one of those where again I would come from anywhere in Paris to this boulangerie just to try it because it's absolutely delightful.